at all. That's a big bowling in place, and that's the end of the over.
For the first run. Now notice this collision at this stage. The bat hitting Hilditch and coming back onto Wood's right hand, and Wood obviously in pain as he turns to the second run. And that was the incident that's
come with Clark on 9. His wicket earlier on, right, the Australian keeper attempted a shot like that, hit it straight up in the air, and he was caught by Imran at mid-wicket.
150 coming up in 326 minutes. Off 459 deliveries.
Making a field adjustment here. And is coming into a short leg by the look of this. Mushtaq going on the attack here. Now this reduces the offside to only 4 fieldsmen. Up in the air, must be caught. Who's underneath it? Mushtaq himself, and Mushtaq takes the catch, and Clark is out. Caught Mushtaq, bowled Raja for 9. Australia 7 for 151, and that's the second wicket to go to Raja, and was that unnecessary shot again, an unnecessary effort by an Australian batsman.
Yes, I agree, but at the same time, one doesn't expect Clark as a tail-ender to play in orthodox fashion. That is Clark's natural game. And hitting against the spin, he hits the ball with the top edge, and the result is a sky. Mushtaq, the only man who can come round from slip and go deep enough to take the catch, his eyes fixed on the ball, and in fact taking the catch a long, long way from his body. And Hilditch hit on the glove, a short leg meandered the catcher, taking the ball over his right shoulder behind him, and that is the end of Hilditch. Hilditch scoring 3, falling victim to that rising delivery from Imran. Let's have a look now at the dismissal of Alan Border. Lunch, Australia 1 for 52. At 53, this happened to Alan Border. Imran the bowler. The ball short, pitching in line with about leg stump, going towards off. Now notice how that ball makes contact with the bottom of Border's bat handle, and from there onto the stumps. Was the first of the disasters which overtook Australia immediately after lunch.
The 26 came on last bowler, and there's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bowlers tried. So there's Rodney Hogg. He's got the Midas touch, that's for certain, because every time he rolls his arm over, he seems to get some wickets, and he breaks the monotony of slow batting by some really good, very good hitting. Here we see Graham Yallop. This is a throwback, and we see Graham Yallop's dismissal. Here he goes. Yallop. Ball goes down, as you can see. And what happened, he played it in the ball, rolled back, and hit the off stump, and off went the bail.
Bowls to Watmore again. Cut down to fire third man for a single, straight to Imran.
You try to fault this if you can. Short ball. Perfect. Well done, Rodney Hogg.
Just had the... Hogg cuts and is dropped. At second slip, fairly simple catch put down by Mushtaq at second slip. Captain himself. Well, he's got nobody to blame but himself.
Well, they say if you hit them hard, they go hard, and although it went to him pretty well, it went very quickly. What's a swoosh? I suppose it should have been caught, but it really hiked that ball off the top edge of the bat of...
And Wright and Clark both 9.
Well, now, how do you set a field for Rodney Hogg in this mood? He's a very powerful man, big broad shoulders, he can defend, and suddenly he unleashes... like Muhammad Ali. He can defend and then attack. So he's got plenty of room in the outfield here if he likes to exercise a bit of strength.
Another no ball. Sarfraz.
That's an interesting thing. That's an interesting thing. Hey, that's interesting. What's out? He's out. He's got to be out. He must be given out. What happened there? The ball went away, and Hogg walked out of his crease. The fieldsman grabbed the ball, and seeing him out of his crease, knocked the bails off. Quite legitimate, quite fair. Stupid for Hogg. He's very annoyed about it, as he would be, but I would say all within the rulings of the book. Well, I know what Hogg would like to do with that bat instead of carry it on with his arm as he's going off. Legitimate, quite fair, stupid for Hogg. He's very annoyed about it, as he would be, but I would say all within the rulings of the book. Well, I know what Hogg would like to do with that bat instead of carry it on with his arm as he's going off. Here we go again. Watch this action. The ball just drops away, as you can see. Now, there's the ball almost dead. No ball called.
Been called back.
Will that be because of... Well, the whole answer to the story, it happened to be a no ball called by the umpire. We're watching the action of the batsman. But he can be given out, run out, and there's going to be a conference, and really he is out, run out. He surely must be given out, run out. A no ball given, but he's walked out of his crease while the ball is still in play, and I would say that officially Mick Harvey, the umpire, is correct in giving him out. He is given out. That is correct decision if he is given out.
That's the only way the decision can be changed now is if Mushtaq decides to withdraw the appeal.
Well, it's a very ticklish situation, and Mushtaq might be a good-hearted Joe if he lets him... Oh, well, Rodney Hogg, you have lost a great amount. Millions of viewers are watching this. Rodney Hogg, you are wrong. You are absolutely wrong, and it's a correct decision. Sorry to say so, but you left a little dirty taste in a lot of people's mouths. You have lost a great amount. Millions of viewers are watching this. Rodney Hogg, you are wrong. You are absolutely wrong, and it's a correct decision. Sorry to say so, but you left a little dirty taste in a lot of people's mouths. One thing, I know it's unfortunate, a lot of people sitting at home watching this are going to say, well, he is right, Hogg is right, but I'm afraid the umpire has one decision to give, and that is abide by the book, the laws of cricket.
So Hogg goes down in the book, run out for 9. Australia, 8 for 167. And Watmore is 42 not out. Dismissal took about 5 minutes.
Yes, it's one of those what you call unfortunate sticky circumstances as far as adjudication goes. We had the fact that the ball, Hogg played it away. He walked out of his crease. It looked as though nothing's going to happen. Then we saw no ball was called, and the fieldsman knocked the bails off with Hogg out of the crease. And umpire Mick Harvey, who for the Pakistani's point of view is Neil Harvey's brother, a square leg gave him out, and he's given run out because you can be given out, run out of a no ball, and that was the situation in a nutshell, run out of a no ball.
Dismissal here at the MCG, and here it is again.
There we go again. Hogg's out. Look at the umpire at the far end. It doesn't concern him at all. Now watch Hogg's reaction now when he sees the bat.
Alan Hurst has come to the wicket for Australia. Hurst facing his first ball. And he's caught and bowled straight back to the bowler. And Sarfraz takes the wicket. Hurst has walked off. The umpire hasn't given him out yet. Hurst has walked. That's a straight caught and bowled. And the umpire has not given a decision yet. Oh, they're waiting for Graham Wood as to whether Graham Wood is coming into bat. But certainly Hurst has walked off. Half the Pakistanis have walked off the ground. But the delay is whether Graham Wood will come in and bat. Hurst out first ball, caught and bowled by Sarfraz for no score. Australia 9 for 167.
Well, I've watched cricket for 30 or 40 years, I suppose. Played it for 20 and watched it for another 20 or so. I cannot remember any incident such as this. The dismissal of Hogg, and then immediately Hurst is caught and bowled, and then it seems that nobody knows what's going on. But really, this is a complete straight easy caught and bowl. As you can see, the ball is bowled, and it's a simple spoon back catch, which is taken by Sarfraz to give him his first wicket.
So the injured man, Graham Wood, is coming in, having retired Hurt this morning for 5. That was the end of Sarfraz's over, so Imran is back into the attack to bowl from the members' end, and Watmore is facing. Australia, 9 for 167, trailing by 29 with 1 wicket in hand. Ploy now for Watmore is to score 2s and 4s and then push a single at the end of the over.
Watmore's idea now is to retain the strike and try to inch the way. They're 167 for 9 now, and Pakistan
to try and break up that crowd. And Sarfraz has been moved away from the fine leg. Mushtaq has moved him because he was really getting the crowd down in that corner of the ground hot under the collar. Sarfraz coming away from the boundary to be replaced in that position down there by Mosen.
Well, that's good tactic by Mushtaq, the captain, to ease the tension here, and people getting hot under the collar here at the Melbourne ground. In a grand final football match here.
Imran, an incredible performance, 4 for 25. He's bowling his 18th over. And Watmore is struck in the face, but he's wearing a face guard on that helmet. He backs away, and that really puts that visor to the test. He appears to be okay.
Well, that is a ball just getting up as a rather awkward one, and Watmore, really, he ducked down and actually ducked into it. Bit of bad luck, really. Bad luck all around, especially coming on top of that incredible dismissal of Hogg. There we go again, and you can see it's a short delivery, and I suppose really Watmore ducked into it, trying to get out the way. And the ball did not rise as high as he expected, and as I say, lucky he had that visor across, otherwise there would have been a much worse injury.
Keith, we've seen so many batsmen hit here recently. Yallop was hit right on the top of the head today, and you could hear the noise as the ball bounced on the helmet right around the ground.
Temple, as you can see, this is a lovely stroke. Beautiful stroke here. And by driving into the sun must be rather difficult, possibly better to face without the shield.
Wood right behind it and taking the right hand off the bat very quickly. Not a bad ball by Imran, right up and on the stumps.
Glad to see one of the dismissal we see Graham use.
Watmore called him for the single. Hughes halfway down, and Miandad's throw, spot on.
Beautiful piece of fielding, bit of stupidity. I call him Graham Hughes. Graham Hughes has plays cricket for New South Wales to Pakistan.
Watmore on 43 facing Sarfraz. 28 runs with only 1 wicket in hand. Good for Australia in dismissing the star-studded Pakistani batting lineup for only 196. Letting Australia down 9 for 168. Feel pretty deep on the offside. Pakistanis encouraging the Australians to take a single, but Watmore not interested early in the over.
I was thinking to myself, what's Rodney Hogg saying to himself in the dressing room right now? He must be really fuming.
In the air for some 8 or 10 metres out to square leg, but dropping short of Asif. Pushing tee. Sarfraz from a shorter run now. Second bounce to the keeper. There is no life in that track. And probably not much life left in Sarfraz either.
This has been a marathon effort by the Pakistani pacemen. I'd love to congratulate them. Watmore, they tell me, loves to hook, and the invitation was there and plenty of room to do it, but he decided to duck out of the ball.
Oh, good ball.
They're beautiful.
And he's out, LBW.
Well bowled, Sarfraz, as it was. A faster ball and skidded through. Bad luck for Watmore. He's looking for runs. A great debut by Watmore under the circumstances. He made 43 runs, and I must congratulate the Pakistanis, especially those pacemen.
So the last wicket to fall was that of Dav Watmore. LBW bowled Sarfraz for 43. Here it is again. Kept a bit low.
Yes, a much quicker one. And watch it duck back. It's really seen back. That is a very difficult delivery to handle. And Watmore running off a run, and up goes the umpire out. I would say that he knew he was out.
So Australia all out for 168. A deficit on the first innings of 28 runs. And a sensational day's play comes to an end here at the MCG. The wicket fell at 5:54 with about 6 minutes to go till stumps, so allowing for a 10-minute break in innings. There's no time for Pakistan to bat again tonight. And a fine hand given by the Pakistanis and the crowd for Dav Watmore as he leaves the ground last out for 43 in his first test innings, the top scorer for either side in the game to date. So that really was an incredible last half hour of play. When we came on, what was it? Clark was in, so Clark, Hogg, Hurst and Watmore were out 7 and Watmore 14. Again, the Australians didn't add much after the interval. They added only 3 before Sleep was out, caught by Bari off the bowling of Imran for 10. Wright was caught, Imran bowled Raja 9. Clark caught Mushtaq, bowled Raja 9. Hogg run out 9. Hurst out first ball, caught and bowled Sarfraz, no score. Watmore LBW bowled Sarfraz 43. Wood didn't add to his total after he came back and batted the second time. Wood not out 5. There were 16 extras, which were made up of 2 wides, 8 no balls, 1 bye and 5 leg byes. 16 extras. Australia all out for 168. And the innings time is interesting, 360 minutes. It's very slow batting indeed. The Pakistani bowling on the right-hand side of the scoreboard. Imran, 18 overs, 8 maidens, 4 for 26. What a magnificent performance by Imran Khan. 18 overs, 8 maidens, 4 for 26. And he took the first 4 wickets to fall to a bowler. In fact, the 4th wicket of the innings was a run-out. So when Australia were 5 down, Imran had 4 wickets himself. Sarfraz, 21.6 overs, 6 maidens, 2 for 39. Sikandar, 10 overs, 1 maiden, no wicket for 29. Mushtaq, 7 overs, no maiden, none for 35. Raja, 5 overs, no maiden, 2 for 23. So a good performance by the Pakistani bowlers to dismiss Australia and lead on the first innings by 28 runs. In Australia, over the last many years, was the run-out of Rodney Hogg, and we have a chance to see it again.
Well, here we have Rodney Hogg. To me, it's the most sensational thing I've ever seen in cricket. Here we have Sarfraz bowling to Hogg. Right, the ball is played down, and no ball called. Now watch Hogg. He goes. The bail's removed. Field the. He's completely out of his ground. The umpire at square leg has given him out. Hogg starts to walk off. Then the umpire, Bailash, has referred to Harvey to say it's a no ball. Hogg is walking off, as you can see. Now he's called back. He's recalled because there was a no ball called. The two umpires, you'll see. Here we go again. Played down. No ball called, umpire Baelish. Now Hogg's gone out. He's definitely out of his ground, and we can see that for sure. And really, according to the laws of cricket, to cut it in a rather put it in a nutshell, he is out according to the laws of cricket because he's run out off a no ball.
That appeared that Mushtaq called Hogg back. But the umpire's still conferring. Now, what is the position here, Keith? Obviously, he's out by the laws of the game, but does the fielding captain have the option to recall a batsman?
No, I mean, the whole thing is this. The ball wouldn't be dead, I wouldn't think, until the ball is in the bowler's hand, returned to the bowler or to the wicket keeper. Then, of course, if there's a run out on, if a man's out of his ground, he can be run out. So it's ifs and buts. Now, watch Hogg. Being told he was out. Now, just watch the reaction of Rodney Hogg. When the umpire gives him out, look at that. Well, it's hard at cricket. I suppose that's the easiest way you can say it.
It's a great inning.
All season on any ground. I think that's a great thing.
About 20 minutes, 5:45.
Yes, I think it'll be about right. Them in about the right spot. Been nervous initially, though.
And the drive finding the gap very well indeed. I should think that will be 4. Border can give that up. Well placed by Mushtaq. It's into the fence for 4. And that's the 50 partnership. Mushtaq going on to 28. Iqbal is 27. 4 for 261. Their partnership now 52 in 69 minutes. In the air, there's a fieldsman out there. Higgs underneath it, and he's caught it. Great catch. That was a good catch.
It was a fine catch by Jim Higgs. That ball coming in hard and low as he came in to meet it. And the two forces meeting generally make the ball bounce out, but Higgs took that beautifully into his tummy. A very loose shot by Mushtaq, though. He won't be pleased with himself at all because he had everywhere on the whole field to hit that very short one. But good luck to Peter Sleep. He's got his first test wicket.
So Mushtaq, Fort Higgs, the substitute, bowls Sleep for 28. It's 5 for 261. And the new batsman will be Raja. Here's the replay.
Very short once again, and Mushtaq coming back, hitting it in the air. And picked out the only man within 50 yards. Let's have a look now at Jim Higgs. He comes in very hard and took that very well indeed. Does it pop just a little bit? Now he's still holding on to it. He'll be very pleased with himself. Jimmy Higgs has improved his fielding and his batting quite dramatically over the last
quarter. And down the ground, it's way up in the air. Way, could be right over the sideboard. A magnificent hit. Right over the top. Right over the sideboard. That's his second 6. Well, a very big hit.
Well, to our friends of Pakistan, this Melbourne ground is possibly the biggest ground I've ever seen as far as cricket goes, and to hit a ball 6 here, you've got a middle lead stroke. That was a colossal might. 2 in a row he's hit.
He's 38. And that takes the lead over the 300 mark. It's 5 for 274. He's down 302 ahead. from somebody in the crowd that time, and that's the end of the over by 6. And with just 32 minutes to go to the end of the day's play, I'm reasonably confident now, Keith, that we'll get through.
This Melbourne time is backed around, and I would think that there's a good chance this play will go on until 6 o'clock. That stumps in about just under 30 minutes' time.
Well, it seems fairly obvious that 6.
Nice leg spin, and look at the footwork, and whoosh. Beautiful stroke. Just like Jack Nicklaus hitting a one wood about 310 yards. Beautiful stroke, absolutely straight over the bowler's head and over this side screen from Pakistan.
Single there.
And I'd like to take long odds on that they shall win this match, providing the weather does not intervene. On the Pakistan side, we've seen the real batting strength today. Some beautiful batting from Zahir and Majid Khan, a splendid innings of 108.
Another single to Hurst. It's pretty deep at mid-on. Figures 1 for 62 off 8 overs, and we can start looking at some of the dismissals from earlier today. The opener, Mosen, was out to the bowling of Hogg.
And if you want to see a good piece of cricket, what's this? Hogg following through, and that's a good shot. And look at Hogg. You got to remember, Hogg is rolling in very fast. That is a magnificent piece of cricket. Good stroke and magnificent. Oh. I can't. To contain these Pakistani batsmen, you have to bowl well. And you can see there, a bit of spin, little leg break. Border for Pakistan viewers is mainly a left-handed batsman, very aggressive player from New South Wales. Has a very bright future, and he's more of a change bowler, but there's a few times he's been tried as a change bowler. He's chipped in and taken rather valuable wickets.
And Pakistan in their second innings was in caught and bowled by Hogg for 14. The next success for Australia came 135 runs later after a magnificent display of batting by Zahir and Majid. Zahir was the next to go. Again, the bowler was Hogg.
It's interesting to watch Hogg's run up. Look at him. He looks as though he's in an Olympic sprint. There's Zahir who's been batting beautifully. And that is a beautiful delivery, and you saw the off stump go out the ground, and that was a good delivery for Zahir at that stage of the game. Was batting in magnificent fashion. And proudly flying in the breeze with very dark clouds behind, you can see the Pakistani flag.
Was 15 at the end of the first 2 overs. It looked as though he was just about going to score 100 before lunch, but that couldn't last. But he had a fairly quiet spot after a while, but then after he reached his 50, he really went on. He made his next 50 in even time, and eventually Majid, just past his century, was out, and this time the bowler was Alan Border.
Yes, well, the delivery before this, Majid relaxed, and here's a falling ball. As you can see, the ball spun and it just clipped the off bail, and look at Border, very happy Border. How can I bowl that man? Having made 108 runs, and golden runs they were, I must add.
It was interesting to see where Majid finished then. Had the ball not hit the stumps, he'd have been stumped by a yard.
It would have been 2 yards down the track. That is right, absolutely right.
So Majid was out bowled by Border for 108, and he batted for 219 minutes, almost exactly a run every 2 minutes off his own bat, and hit 16 spanking boundaries, and 108 off 150 deliveries. Pakistan went in at tea at 3.
Right now is Javed. Not a very good stroke, and a little tickle, and look at that. Look at young Kevin Wright, the young, brilliant Australian wicketkeeper. He is brilliant, I must say.
Just quite amazing. You would have thought he'd started that way, just to have a look to see if there's any spin from that section. Like going around the...
And in the air now, who's out there? There's a fieldsman, but it's safe. It's bouncing well in front of him, Imran. And they take 1. Oh, missing his run for some reason.
and as you can see, the ball kept very low, and it would have knocked the, I'd say, the leg and middle out, and no doubt about that, as you can see for yourself.
And Mushtaq continuing. Wide of first slip for a single off Border's bat. Stiff fielding. Hilditch beat
Very well, mainly through Andrew Hilditch.
bright sunlight now with the shadows lengthening. Pulls high to mid-on. He could be out. Oh, he's put down. Sekunda's got the catch.
Well, with due respect, look at Mushtaq's face. To be fair, Sekunda's looking to the sun. It's a benefit that he is looking to the sun, just to help him out.
Well, the only one out before lunch. After lunch, Raja, the next to go.
It's Raja, who'd been batting well at this stage. Gets the ball and tries out his seat, put everything into it and just got a faint edge, and little Kevin Wright, a very alert wicketkeeper, took quite a simple catch. But Raja had been batting very well.
Now Hilditch out backward of square leg. There'll be two in this. Mosen, the fieldsman. 3. Two more to Hilditch. He's 62. Border 24. 1 for 109.
Sunny day here now.
Sarfraz to Hilditch.
Bowled him round his legs. Bowled him around his legs. He went over far too much, trying for leg lands, and the ball just clipped the leg stump. Well, that's an unusual way to go when you are 62 runs on, when you have 62 runs on the board, and that makes up for that. Ball just clipped that. Here we see Hilditch being dismissed from another angle. And you just see he's a little unlucky, really, because it just tipped the outside of the leg stump and up very high. It's a bad luck for Hilditch. But possibly he's lucky to survive that catch, drop catch or the over before.
Two men in catching positions on the leg side.
Economy, that's what he's after now.
Gallop struck on the pad, going over the top.
That was a pretty good delivery, and I would say that's as fast a delivery as he bowls when he takes a full run. Really skidded through. Yeah, look at this. This would have clearly cleared the top of the stumps.
In the covers, fielding substitute for Majid.
And we have a very famous Pakistan captain, friend of mine, Abdul Hafiz Qadar. It's very similar in stance and style.
Ball struck on the pad, perhaps pitching outside leg stump.
What a terrible stroke. Yallop did not know what to do. He got himself in all sorts of...
And struck on the pad again.
Oh, that's close. That is close.
Yallop appears to be having all sorts of trouble even seeing them.
I was just wondering, he's looking into the sun, he's got that visor down, and I mentioned the other day, it must be like driving a car into the sun when you've got a little dust on your windscreen, and I don't know why they wear it, really. Be a little appeal against the light in a moment because the shadow's getting about a quarter way over the pitch.
Alan Hurst, who at one stage had none for 101, took 3 wickets in 4 overs, and this was Imran.
As Imran and Hurst, you see, big strong man, bells are down. It's just like one of my golf shots. He's hit it right up in the air, and as you can see, quite a simple, nice, easy catch.
That's where we are, ABV Melbourne. You can follow all that.
Very clear, very clear. Well, there's nothing much with the light. Border then got onto that quite well, didn't he? He's growing in stature and confidence.
Oh, not playing a shot.
That's very close. You may remember the first innings, he got out by allowing one ball to go, and it knocked his off stump out the ground. And that must have been very, very, very close. You could see Imran not very happy with the decision. And the way Border groped around, and he almost said, I've done it again. It'd be interesting to have a look at that one on replay, if we can show it to you. Yes, he let, in the first innings, let the ball go, and only to see his off stump knocked back. Get a run of it. It's hard to get yourself out of it.
Border on 24. Oh, he's hit in the chest. It's a bad blow to Alan Border.
Right in the solar plexus, it looked. He's having a little rough time out there since that light appeal, but I would say the light's got nothing to do with it. The delivery, it's a bit on the short side and rises very steeply and hits you right in the solar plexus, and another delivery, then the very next one, and similar position and runs straight along the ground. So it's not very happy out there as far as batting goes. Watmore. And Sarfraz. See, the ball gets up very high, and he gets above it, does well, and chops it on the inside edge right onto his stumps. Bad luck, and for you people in Pakistan, Watmore, as I understand it, born in Sri Lanka.
Today was that of Andrew Hilditch, who opened the innings for Australia and did a fine job before, at 62, this is how he fell to Sarfraz.
Here you see him playing forward and exposing his leg stump, and the leg stump has just been clipped on right on the very top, and bad luck for Hilditch. He got dropped. Reasonably easy catch, but the man feels when looking at the sun only the over before.
Imran starting a new over from the southern end to Border. Oh, wide down the leg side, and that's 4 byes.
This will go straight along the ground. Well, not far off the ground, was it? And it gave Barry very little chance. It's up very high. You never know what's going to happen on this pitch now. Oh, well.
In progress. Imran in the process of extras, 2 for 117. So Australia trails now by 265 runs, or needing 265 to win, with 8 wickets in hand, and it could be yet a very intriguing final fight.
So it's right to face the next ball. We see the drinks are coming down. They'll be taking the end of this over. And a run to right. Through for a single. That's his first run. It's 7 for 309.
I think Alan Border and Kim Hughes must now be sitting in the pavilion realizing that all their good work is really going to waste. The marathon partnership of 177, a magnificent effort. This rather sad collapse.
Hold him. Another man down. Sarfraz 7 for 86. Clark clean bowled first ball, and Sarfraz putting up an amazing bowling performance here. 7 for 86. Australia 8 for 309, and now there will be a stoppage for drinks with Sarfraz to continue this over. So the drinks are coming out. So with an hour to play, Australia needing to survive here with 2 wickets. They're right down to their tail enders. Here's a replay of that last ball.
Another delivery that kept very low. It kept very low and passed between bat and pad, as Clark made the fundamental mistake of playing back. It's a sort of pitch where you simply cannot play back.
Well, Australia, from a position where they could have won the game some 15 minutes ago, have collapsed, really losing wickets.
Well, thank you very much indeed, Drew Morford, and for the benefit of our viewers in Pakistan, as Rodney Hogg comes to the wicket, I will go through the board. At the outset of play this morning, Australia were 2 for 117, requiring 265 to win. Border was 25, Yallop 3. Yallop was run out for 8. He hit a ball to point where Asif picked up very well indeed, and as Yallop hesitated between the wickets, Asif's return to the bowler's end found Yallop yards short of his crease. So once again we see Sarfraz bowling to Hogg. Sarfraz at the moment has taken 5 wickets in 13 balls without conceding a run. And Australia have collapsed, losing 5 wickets, all to Sarfraz, in the space of 4 runs. Sarfraz once more. Hogg the batsman. Off the pad. False jubilation on the part of the Pakistan fieldsman. Yallop run out 8. At lunch, Australia 3 for 190. There's a replay of that ball coming right off the pad. The bat behind the pad, and umpire Bailash giving the decision in favour of Hogg. Lunch, Australia 3 for 190, Border 58, Hughes 29, and in fact Border and Hughes, the end of Sarfraz over, Border and Hughes are to add 177. The first ball attempting a cut, so obviously Wood didn't score. Sleep was bowled Sarfraz, no score. It's Imran now, bowling to right. Sleep was bowled Sarfraz, no score, a ball that kept low and crept between bat and pad. Hughes was caught Mohsin at mid-off, bowled Sarfraz for 84, attempting a big hit over the top of mid-on and slicing the ball into Mohsin's hands. And Clark was just bowled by Sarfraz, playing back to a ball that kept low. First ball, Clark was out, so obviously he didn't score. Imran again turning. Imran has the figures of no wicket 473. He's currently bowling his 26th over. Out to mid-off. So instructions from the senior partner. Right to Rodney Hogg, the fast bowler. Right, the senior partner, by virtue of having scored 1 run, which has been a remarkable achievement in view of the fact that Wood, Sleep and Clark have all collected ducks. 2 of them first ball. Wood and Clark.
Sarfraz, who's done all the damage, bowling to Hogg.
Yes, it's a pity Sarfraz can't get all 10 wickets. He's taken every wicket to fall to a bowler today. 7 of them. The other man being run out. In fact, all 7 wickets to fall in the Australian innings to fall to a bowler have fallen to Sarfraz.
Sarfraz to Hogg. Sarfraz has taken 5 wickets in his last 3 overs for 2 runs. Wickets in 13 balls for no runs.
Balls to go.
shouting for LBW.
Ball swinging in, missing, in my opinion, though the ball moving in. The keeper, Barry, moving down the leg side, anticipating the ball would go down there.
Oh, just kept that out.
It did indeed. Another delivery that kept low. Hogg at the moment a little bit undecided about playing on the front foot. I would advise him to do so on this wicket, which is now really creeping.
Edge, second slip on the bounce to Zahir.
Cutter there from Sarfraz, a good one, but not enough bounce on the wicket to allow the edge to carry to slip.
No ball called by umpire Baylash. And a total of 35 extras, 8 for 310. The over from Sarfraz, and that's the first over in 4 that he hasn't taken a wicket. It was a maiden, 35 overs, 6 maidens, 7 for 86.
And we're going to have a look at some of today's dismissals. First of all, let's have a look at the run-out of Graham Yallop. The total, 128. Half an hour after play, Yallop received this delivery from Imran, which he hit pretty well. A fairly competent square cut, clipped out the point, and out there is Asif. The ball bounces well for Asif. He turns, throws in one movement. Yallop has hesitated. He said yes, no. He can't make good his ground as Asif's excellent return comes into Imran, and Yallop is out literally by yards.
Imran to continue. About to bowl his 27th over. None for 73. Bowling to right. Is 1. Hogg yet to score, 8 for 310.
I'm surprised that Mushtaq isn't applying even more pressure than he is at the moment. He's still got 2 men down, one at deep fine leg, one at deep third man, but I don't think the Australian batsmen are going to go for any runs. Difficult to obtain. There are plenty of open spaces in the field.
And there it is, the end of the over. So Hogg will have to face just the same. And not to Imran, who has none for 73, but to Sarfraz, who has 7 for 86.
Asif jogs across and has a word with Imran. I suppose Pakistan's hopes of winning this game centre around the ability of Imran and Sarfraz. 105 receiving from Sarfraz, moving too far across the offside. The ball moves in, goes between bat and pad, and I rather fancy clipped the back leg as it went on to Border's leg stump. And that was the end of a magnificent innings from Alan Border of 105. Border, together with Hughes, added 177 runs for the 4th wicket.
Partnership 177 in 238 minutes.
For play.
Sarfraz to Hogg. Zahir at third slip. struck on the pad. He's out, LBW. The decision took a long time coming from umpire Bailash. And Sarfraz has 8 for 86 with Hogg, LBW for no score. Australia 9 for 310.
A good delivery there from Sarfraz, another in-swinger. And Hogg, in the opinion of umpire Bailash, not far enough forward to raise any doubts in the umpire's mind. There's the ball moving in, and it hit Hogg, I would say certainly in front of middle and leg stump, and Hogg's foot even now is still only a matter of inches in front of the popping crease. And so the decision goes against Hogg, and the 9th wicket has fallen. There are now 4 ducks on the board for Australia. You see that rather cruel symbol of a duck there in the right-hand column. And the next man in will be Alan Hurst. The next man in will be Alan Hurst, who in the first innings survived exactly 1 ball. He was caught and bowled, naught first ball.
In fact, he didn't survive it.
Yes, he did. No, you're quite right.
Balls. And this would have to go down as one of the all-time great performances in Test cricket history. Hurst, who's batting this season, hasn't troubled the bowlers too much. About to face his first ball from Sarfraz. And he keeps one out to the loud roars of the crowd. Sarfraz bowling his 36th over, has 8 for 86. A great catch by Watmore. Hurst is out, second ball for a duck. Sarfraz has finished with the magnificent figures of 9 for 86. Australia all out for 310, and Pakistan have won this first Test match by 71 runs. Sarfraz Nawaz, the unbelievable hero of this game, towards victory. 3 for 305, all out for 310. So they lost 7 for 5.
And in a moment, as Mushtaq is carried off by the jubilant Pakistan supporters, I'll go through the scoreboard for all our viewers throughout Australia and throughout Pakistan. A presentation is about to take place in front of the pavilion at the moment. Mushtaq congratulates Sarfraz. And I'd remind our Pakistan viewers that at the end of the presentation, we shall be replaying some of today's earlier play. So Pakistan wins this by 71 runs. Congratulations for Sarfraz and indeed for the Pakistan side. When play began today, Australia resumed at 2 for 117, needing 265 runs to win. Yallop was run out for 8. At lunch, Australia were 3 for 190, Border 58 and Hughes 29. Border and Hughes remained unseparated until tea time when the score was 3 for 284, Border 100, Hughes 69. Border was subsequently out, bowled Sarfraz 105. Wood caught Bari, bowled Sarfraz no score. Sleep bowled Sarfraz no score. Hughes caught Mohsin, bowled Sarfraz 84. We'll just hold on for a moment.
I think we thought we had them by the scruff of the neck round about 4:30, but it wasn't to be, and full congratulations to Pakistan. Out of the sponsorship monies provided by the Benson & Hedges Company. They provide $9,000 per test match, $1,500 of which goes into a pool. The winners receive a cheque for $5,000 and the losers a cheque for $2,500. I have great pleasure in asking Mushtaq to come up and receive a cheque for $5,000 on behalf of his team. Well done. Congratulations. Come in the center.
Mr. Steele, ladies and gentlemen, indeed, I'm more than delighted here to get to stand in and my victorious team there. I'm proud of them, especially Sarfraz Nawaz, a great performance, a magnificent style of bowling, and an equally good bowling by Imran Khan, and very good supporting fielding by the rest of the boys. I'm really proud of them, and thank you very much for your support. I really would like to thank Benson & Hedges for their sponsorship and making the game so much worthwhile for us to play. Thank you very much. Pakistan, Zindabad.
To Graham Yollop, the captain of the Australian team, a cheque for $2,500.
Mr. Steele, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank Benson & Hedges once again, sponsoring Test cricket. Also, I'd like to congratulate Pakistan for a very thrilling victory. It was touch and go there for a moment, and I thought Alan Border and Kim Hughes did a fantastic job for Australia. Thank you once again.
We now come to the presentation of the player of the match. Benson & Hedges provide a magnificent gold medallion for the Benson & Hedges player of the match. He has been selected by a panel comprising Graham Dawson of the ABC, Tom Pryor of the Sun, Rod Nicholson of the Herald, Peter McFarlane of the Age, and Khalid Butt of the Pakistan Times. In their wisdom, they have selected one who put up a magnificent performance here today, and I'm sure you would all agree with their choice, Sarfraz Nawaz. Congratulations. You want to say a word? You don't want to say anything? Okay. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your support of the game.
Well, if I might just resume the dismissals. Border was Bowl Sarfraz 105, Wood, Courtbari, Bowl Sarfraz no score, Sleep, Bowl Sarfraz no score, Hughes, Courtmost in Bowl Sarfraz 84, Clark, Bowl Sarfraz no score, Hogg, LBW Sarfraz no score, Hurst, Courtbari, Bowl Sarfraz no score, and Wright remained not out 1. So in that Australian total there were 5 ducks, and Sarfraz finished up with the magnificent figures of 9 for 86. I'll give you his full figures: 35.4 overs, 7 maidens, 9 for 86, including a spell of 7 for 1 from 30 deliveries. Imran at the opposite end performed another Herculean feat. He bowled 27 overs, bowled 9 maidens, took no wicket for 73. Sikandar bowled 7 overs for 29 runs, no maidens. Mushtaq 11 overs, no maidens, no wicket for 42. Raja 3 overs for 11 runs with no maidens, no wicket. And Majid 9 overs, 1 maiden, no wicket for 34. Victory going to Pakistan by the narrow margin of 71 runs. And at tea time, it seemed that Australia were all set for victory, but then came the collapse. And to tell us more about that, let's cross down to Drew Morford.
Sarfraz, congratulations. What an amazing performance.
Thank you very much.
Did you think there was any chance of that after that long partnership of 177?
No, after tea, when we went in, we thought, we have to go very tight and line and length, just try to make a play as a draw, because they were playing so well and they really played well. Alan Border and Kim Hughes, they really put Australia on the top till tea time, but thanks God, we just got a breakthrough and got 2 wickets.
Is that all you were doing? It was just line and length?
Yes, I was just trying to bowl line and length and trying to contain them, as you have seen against England. You know, they just bowled line and length, and most of the time they give away a few wickets.
What are your previous best figures in Test cricket?
6 for 89 in the whole against the West Indies.
And 9 for 86 leaves that a long way in the shade.
I think I can't break that record, next time.
How are you going to celebrate tonight?
A few drinks, that's all. Soft drinks, I mean.
Soft drinks?
Yeah, because we can't drink any hard liquors, because of the religion.
Well, is there anybody back in Pakistan that you'd like to say hello to? They're all watching the telecast.
To all the people who are watching and wishing us good luck, and really thanks to them, and my family.
All right, congratulations, and I hope you enjoy this moment of glory.
Okay, thanks.
Cheers and slaps on the back for Sarfraz Nawaz, who performed magnificently to take 9 for 86 to become man of the match and the instrument that steered Pakistan home to a thrilling 71-run victory in this first test at Melbourne over Australia. Just repeating these scores. Australia in their first innings, 168. In their second innings, after having been at one stage 3 for 373, all 3 for 200 and I beg your pardon, 3 for 305, all out for 310 in their second innings, losing to Pakistan by 71 runs. Pakistan 196, and in their second innings they were 9 wickets down for 353 declared. Congratulations to Pakistan, bad luck to Australia. And as the crowd disperses, disappointed, no doubt, from the MCG, we're all privileged to say that we've seen a magnificent game of cricket here on the 5th day of this first test between Pakistan and Australia. This is Frank Tyson from the Melbourne Cricket Ground for ABC Sport.